enough. Correct. And funnily enough, I have the same exact answer as Hassan. My job here is to make sure that I'm debunking false narratives, that Hassan is clearly.
Bot Rix has correctly joined the channel.
Spewing. My job here is to call out hypocrisy, and I just saw another one where he's saying that crackhead Barney, whoever the hell that girl was, is a lunatic, but Aaron Bushnell, who lights himself on fire, is a hero. You can't pick and choose whatever fits your narrative, and I keep on repeating that over and over again. Because the Palestinian movement will literally just take what they can get, spew all of the truth into their false narrative, spread misinformation, and then you say that we're the liars. You tell me I'm wearing an IDF dog tag. I'm wearing to bring them home for the hostages that you. No, it says bring them.
You're using the hostages as a simple political tool to make propaganda in the West. It's quite disgusting. It's protests that are happening in Israel right now are massive. And those protests.
What?
You are using humans in captivity as a political tool. It's so obvious.
Hassan, you dehumanizing the hostages because I have no problem admitting Palestinians deserve that. Say that.
Let me bring in James. I'm sorry, please, let me bring in James. Can you please, when I say stop talking, please stop talking. We've got 4 people here.
If anyone is using hostages, surely it's Hamas, Hassan. How can you say that? How can you use that argument? That's a crazy thing to say. It's Hamas that have taken these people from their homes.
Tens of thousands of people in Israel. Currently, tens of thousands of Israeli citizens right now in the streets of Israel, in the streets of Tel Aviv, outside of Benjamin Netanyahu's house, protesting every single day. What are they protesting? They're protesting for Benjamin Netanyahu to facilitate a ceasefire with Hamas so that they can actually bring the hostages home. That is precisely the
who here is using the hostages?
Who is using anyone on this panel? They would recognize your reality that. Listen, just listen.
You didn't listen to my question.
Listen to what I'm saying, and you will understand perhaps what I'm trying to
That's very patronizing.
Utilizing the hostages. Yeah, I'm being patronizing. I don't know who the fuck you are, and you're over here chirping all the way from fucking London about Palestine and doing a both sides are fucking fine type bullshit where you're talking about you want to fucking free Palestine, but also simultaneously, both sides got I don't know anything, okay?
I didn't say that. I said I agree with what a lot of the just say.
So you're wrong. It's Hassan's way or the highway.
I mean, you are. You
Really?
are. There is no both sides on a genocide. Is there a both sides on a genocide? There is no both sides.
The thing is, it's interesting you should mention the hostages.
Genocide, but that's okay.
If you're talking about the well-being of the hostages, if you're talking about the well-being of the hostages, what sense did it make for the IDF to flatten about 70% of Gaza? Because I completely agree. Bring the hostages home. If you look at Gaza, the topography of Gaza right now, it looks like a pancake. So I'm sorry, this whole argument of Hamas using them as human tools, fine. But the IDF has also been using it to continue their campaign. If you were told that if, God forbid, if your relative was one of the hostages and you saw what's happening right now, and I met someone whose mother is a hostage, and he said he didn't want his mother and her being taken to be used in the name of violence. Right now, he's sitting at home wondering, okay, what is the logic of trying to bring my mother home when you flattened Gaza? Please explain that to us. So, you want very well hostages.
Everybody respond to that.
Everyone wants to criticize the IDF's response, but nobody wants to tell me what should Israel be doing to retaliate October 7th, eradicate Hamas from preventing another October 7th,
I have an idea. Do not flatten Gaza and potentially pull your own hostages out from under the rubble that have been done with thousands of Palestinians. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Have you found any?
So you're saying that you don't have an answer.
That is the answer. Don't kill your own hostages.
But you're quick to condemn the idea. you don't have an answer.
Give me hostages.
Very
I
interesting.
have an answer.
Thank you
Okay.
for proving my
It's
point.
called the
Yes.
dissolution of the apartheid regime. That's what it's called. Dissolve the apartheid
So
regime.
what would you like to
Allow
see happen,
Palestinians
Hassan?
breathing room. Do you not understand the English language? Dissolve the
It's delete.
apartheid regime.
You need a Xanax, first of all. You need a Xanax. Okay, so should Israel do
Yeah, I'm
to
sorry.
the West Bank what
30,000
they did to
Palestinians have been
Gaza?
ruthlessly slaughtered by the
Should
Israeli
Israel
state.
give
It makes
back
me a
the
little
land so
upset
that it could
when
turn
someone is
into another
defending
Gaza? Is that what you'd like to see? Another terrorist haven launching rockets all day instead of turning into Singapore? Because that's what they did in 2005.
Wait, hold
You
on.
see
Which
how
one is Singapore? The
billions
West
of
Bank.
dollars in
Hold on,
aid they
is the
turned into
West Bank
building
Singapore?
tunnels? Is that what you like to see?
I'm in Singapore every day.
Sorry, is the West Bank supposed to be Singapore?
What are you talking about?
Is the West Bank supposed to
The
be
West
Singapore?
Bank has a port. They can import and export. Israel gave them a great piece of land. They received billions of dollars in aid, not only from the U.S., but Israel gave. Are you mad? They had a chance to rebuild, but they spent the last 15 plus years crying that they don't have enough land. But there is never enough land for them instead of rebuilding. But that's okay. Build terrorist tunnels. Don't build hotels and don't rebuild
Israel
civilization.
has
Just build
not
terrorist.
allowed Palestinians to have a nation state that they deserve by international law since the inception of the Israeli nation state. What you are saying is insane to me. The fact that you brought up the last 15 years as Palestinians crying is disgusting.
Oh, I have one more question.
You are a disgusting little monster who
question.
thinks
One more
that
question.
not offering contiguity to the Palestinians in the form of a state, which is under international law, it's just simply Palestinians
One
crying.
question.
Okay?
This West
Palestinians
Bank
don't want a
Singapore.
two-state
Hold on.
solution.
This
They want a
West Bank
one-state
Singapore.
solution that eradicates the Israelis, which is not an option.
Fine. This West Bank
You're wrong.
Singapore, what place
You're
does the settlements play in that? Please paint a picture of how the West Bank of Singapore or whatever, Singapore of the West Bank, how does this illegal settlements fit
Ma'am,
into that?
I think you're completely missing the picture.
Just explain to me
Israel
how the
wants to
settlements
give
fit into that
them
picture.
a piece of land. I'm explaining it.
Okay, I'm listening.
The picture is they got a great piece of land to turn into society. Instead of being a civilized society,
Who did?
Hamas, Israel gave the land to Gaza. They
So then why?
It's not Israel's land to give. It's not Israel's land to give.
There are no Jews or Israelis. There are no settlements in
In
Gaza.
the West
They
Bank.
gave it to
In the West
the
Bank. In the
Palestinians.
West Bank.
Speaking about Gaza, now
I'm
you're
talking
changing
about
the
West
narrative.
Bank because I was interested
I'm
in knowing about
showing you-
Singapore.
I'm telling you that if Israel
Palestinians.
pulls out completely from the West Bank, if Israel pulls out from the West Bank, you can bet your ass it turns into the next Gaza. The world does not need two Gazas because one Gaza has already caused enough damage. If, however,
Yes.
Gaza decides to demand
Every argument with Israel is about some
power,
hypothetical.
and they can have democracy,
Israel has to do a
then yes,
genocide.
there's
Because
potential
if Israel
for a
doesn't do a
two-state
genocide,
solution.
then the Gaza
There's no
is
genocide. The only
victim
genocide
blaming
is the Hamas
Palestinians.
charter.
defensive genocide.
You know, it's interesting the word genocide. It's interesting. Hang on. I would love to get a word in, please. Interesting the word genocide because I've listened to all this fractious debate, everyone talking over each other. The truth is that actually only one side is publicly said that they wish to pursue a genocide, and that is Hamas. Hamas, after October the 7th, through their official spokesman on camera, said they wanted to do it again and again and again. That is the purest articulation of a genocide imaginable. And the one thing I never hear from the pro-Palestinian side is what Israel
Here.
No, don't interrupt me. I haven't asked you a question yet.
One Hamas guy
Sorry, I need to ask you a question.
being a ridiculous person.
I don't want a ridiculous person. I'm just saying, nobody ever tells
How
me.
many Israeli officials, even on your show, have said we should keep doing what we have been doing to Gaza over and over again? How did that not register in the same genocidal intent? If you think what that dude was saying, which was by the way ridiculous what he was saying, the Hamas official was saying, is that we're going to do October 7th over and over again.
he said it.
We are justified in
Still.
I know, yes, I find that to be abhorrent. However, what you fail to recognize is that's the genocidal intent, but not Amalek. That's the genocidal intent, but not saying we are fighting human animals. And that's why we have to cut off their food, their water, and their electricity. That was Defense Minister Joab Galan.
There we go with the lines again. You're saying Israel
routinely
cuts
talked
off their
about
electricity. They don't
Israeli
provide
interior
their
security.
electricity. They're saying they cut off their water. They don't
Israeli
cut off their water.
politicians.
You are
Israeli.
spewing lies on
Can
national
you stop?
television.
Can you? I'm
I
talking.
think some. Hang on. Again, you're talking over each other. Some of the comments. There's no doubt, Emily.
People they're at war with.
Some of the comments. Some of the.
Israel is
Here,
All
I'm
right.
not letting you spew
most
misinformation.
terrorist country on the
It's
planet.
pointless.
I swear to God.
This is pointless. We're getting
No,
nowhere.
because
Thank you. Did you have not say that?
Israel's cutting off electricity,
Okay.
water, and aid. Just
We're getting-
pick
Did
a
Defense
side.
Minister
I'm not
Yoav
letting you do
Gallant say we are fighting human animals or not? Answer that question. Did Defense Minister Yoav Gallant
Yes,
say
yes,
we are
Hamas
fighting
is
human
human
animals and we have to
animals.
cut off their electricity,
Correct.
cut off their food, cut off their water?
Okay.
Yeah, the slight.
You know what? I'm
Israel
going to cut off. I'm
provides
going to cut off this debate.
79% of their electricity. The rest is Hamas.
I'm going to cut off the
That's
debate.
not
We're
Israel.
getting
Israel
absolutely
provides-
nowhere. But I appreciate everybody joining me. Thank you very much.
Going on. Oh, I see.
Disgusting.
You're calling. So he's still trying to eat. He's still trying to eat his treat, and you've just been tormenting him the entire time. All right, you're coming here. Yeah. All right, now I have a Yorkie in my lap. I'm trying to discuss this stuff. Right, so it's a mess, right? Seal of Command is not gonna synergize very well with Martyrdom. With weapon speeds, Seal of Martyrdom weapon speeds is not going to synergize very well with Seal of Command. Seal of Martyrdom weapon speeds will synergize very well with Seal of Righteousness, so it's probably far more interesting to be twisting Seal of Righteousness with Seal of Martyrdom. However, Seal of Righteousness wants to scale off of spell power, while Seal of Martyrdom wants to scale off of attack power. All of this is not going to be... All of this is not going to matter eventually. The reason why it's not going to matter eventually is because your best PvE gear is the same as your best PvE gear, which is the same. Basically, eventually, your gear is just Marshals or Avengers, right? You just all stats gear. Strength, stamina, agility, critical strike, spell power, gear is the gear you're going to want to be wearing. So at that point, all the gearing issues kind of start to go away, which is nice, I suppose. But yeah, I don't know what the hell the devs are doing. In the grand scheme of things, they need to give us, from a game design perspective, from a fun playstyle perspective, we basically need more GCDs. And that's basically my general take on the subject. I'm curious what Savix thinks on the subject. But I would much rather prefer something that is making that when a critical strike happens of some kind, the next GCD cast is basically free. And you can even put it within the next 4 seconds, your GCD cast is free, and that's suddenly opening up the possibility of Seal of Command listing. Otherwise, you're probably just going to be completely wasting. You're going to be doing less damage. It's yeah, I'm not seeing it. Crusader Strike, refreshes all judgment effects active on the target to 30-second remaining duration. Interesting. Let me think about that. Well, from a PvP perspective, all this stuff is basically Christmas. Right? Longer duration, Sacred Shield, Christmas. Seal of Righteousness, critical hits, Christmas times 10. Crusader Strike, refresh it, like making my judgments last 30 seconds. Not super useful for a number of classes, but for time on target Paladin, this is really, really good. So for like a Deep Holy Paladin, these changes are really good from a PvP perspective. For a Ret Paladin that wants to do a time on target style play style, this is a really, really good change. Everybody else really doesn't care. I mean, why is this? Because you're not taking Crusader Strike if possible. You prefer to take Hand of Reckoning over Crusader Strike for just about any Reckoning Paladin that exists. Because you just, all you care about is increasing durability. You don't need Crusader Strikes to increase damage. Deeper Paladins are a little bit different. However, a time on target Paladin, it's just a different story. It's like take the Seal of Martyrdom change, right? Where they made Seal of Martyrdom give significantly more mana back. That changes Holy Paladin PvP slightly. Because before with Holy Paladin PvP, actually no, it doesn't. I remember now. I looked at it, it doesn't change anything. So you might think it changes stuff because it's like, you know, oh, why do you like a super mana vampire playstyle with like Crusader Strike or Seal of Martyrdom? Or you could say, well, now I'll take Seal of Martyrdom as a Deep Holy Paladin or a Holy Reckoning Paladin, and I don't have to take Crusader Strike anymore as Deep Holy Paladin specifically. I can take Hand of Reckoning, and this will greatly increase my time on target capabilities, blah, 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 blah. That's fine if you needed it. Like, if you needed the extra durability on a Deep Holy Paladin, that's perfectly fine. But you're probably already pretty damn durable, considering you've got Holy Shock. Increase your HP bar rather significantly. You probably, considering the playstyle, would just prefer to have Divine Storm in conjunction with Crusader Strike. But it's a possibility that you could take Seal of Martyrdom, and rather than taking Crusader Strike specifically, you take Seal of Martyrdom for its mana regeneration, and you take. Reason for this is because Seal of Martyrdom times 2 procs Judgment of Light, Judgment of Wisdom. So you end up regenerating something stupid like 1% of your mana a second or more. It's insane. It's like 90 mana regeneration per second. If you start looking at the new Seal of Martyrdom, if you put Judgment of Wisdom on the target and you're wielding a fast one-handed weapon, like Edward the Odd, the mana regeneration is absolutely insane, and it's such an insane amount of mana regeneration that you don't need Crusader Strike anymore. Probably better off still going with like Crusader Strike, Divine Storm. So I feel like they're throwing all kinds of things at Paladin and hoping they're making the class interesting when they're not. I'm just like, all right, nothing to see here. Moving on. So let's see what Savik has to say about this stuff before I ramble on to oblivion.
Check it out. I'll post it in the chat right there. Boom. We're gonna just look at Paladin stuff because we are a Paladin main and a Rogue main. I think Rogue, you get to play a sword now, which is awesome. Anyways. Paladin, Seal of Righteous, damage can now be critical hits. Sacred Shield duration is extended to 60 was 30 seconds. I feel like instead of doing this, they should have made it where it procs reset for Holy Shock for H-Pals. I think that'll make H-Pals a little bit more fun. Because H-Pal looks so unfun right now. Crusader Strike,
it procs a reset for H-Paladins. So I think what he's trying to say is that if the Flash of Light crit heals, then it refreshes the cooldown of Holy Shock, and that might make things more interesting. I think it would be better if it didn't completely refresh the cooldown of Holy Shock, but but instead it reduced the cooldown of Holy Shock by like 50% every time it happens. The other thing that you could
They can't
potentially
join
do with
our
Sacred
group.
Shield is make it so that the plus 50% strike chance is active at all times, regardless of whether or not the shield is up. If you want to make it more interesting, make it so that more dynamic and more interesting. Make it so that of that 50% critical strike effect chance bonus is active when the shield is down, if that makes sense. Because currently you only get the 50% bonus critical strike when the shield is up and not popped. When it gets popped, that's stuff. But yeah, either one kind of works in the grand scheme of things. Making it last 60 seconds, however, is a really big deal. Not so much for PvP, but for PvE and stuff like that. It makes the mana efficiency on it absolutely insane. At 30 seconds, I don't know if you played even Paladin or Paladin before. 30-second duration, you basically blink and the thing damage. What's terrifying about it at 30 seconds is that the enemy can play around it, right? So, for example, let's say you're a rogue. Or an enemy paladin player, and you're fighting against a paladin. Like that. It doesn't take very much for them to be like, here, let me just, like, sap you, and then wait for your sacred shield to fall off, and then open up on you. Or let me sheep you, and wait for your sacred shield to fall off, and then open up on you. Or let me, chain stun you, and then wait for your sacred shield to fall off, and then silence you, and then wait for your shield to fall off, and open up on you, right? So you can see that there's a number of burst scenarios. Rogue specifically comes to mind.
They can't join
Mage
our group.
also comes to mind, where they can effectively time out your sacred shield and then go for a burst. This is really not ideal because you're taking sacred shield specifically to try to counteract enemy burst effects. And the top tier burst classes in the game are of course Mage, Rogue, and Shaman. And the fact that two of those the fact that all three of those jackasses can basically hand wave away shake shield is bad, right? Shamans hand wave it away by just purging. That's not the worst thing in the world for you as a paladin, because you just reapply it, they purge, you reapply, they purge, you reapply, they purge, you reapply, blah, 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 blah. You're going to win that fight 100% of the time because they're wasting all of their spellcast purging away sacred shield to try to get a better burst on you. But it is the case that they can do annoying things like throw a grenade at you, and while the grenade is in the air, they can purge out your sacred shield. Then the grenade lands, and then they go Kamehameha off your ass, right? It is a thing that they can 100% do, and they will play around the sacred shield that way. At least rogues can't, just sap it away anymore. That's super nice. Mages can't just sheep you and time it out all that well anymore, which is super nice. So extending it to 60 seconds from a PvP perspective is a really big deal. From a PvE perspective, it's also a pretty big deal because you're usually busy, and it's kind of a pain to try to refresh Sacred Shield every 30 seconds. Alright, let's continue. I'm surprised he didn't say anything about Seal of Righteousness. He's just like, crit, so he just moved on with his life. I'm like, whoa, wait, what? Go back. Are you for reals?
Earthbind.
God damn, what do you mean it crits? Is it a plus 50% crit or is it 100% bonus damage crit? This is insane. Seal of Righteousness damage can now be critical hits. This was the only thing keeping Seal of Righteousness in check from going Super Saiyan, right? Seal of Righteousness already was going to go Super Saiyan due to Sacred... I don't know, due to Sheath of Light, right? She was already going to go nuts due to Sheath of Light. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows Seal of Righteousness is going to go Super Saiyan because of a Sheath of Light mechanics when they finally give us proper Paladin here. The fact that it can critical hit is just absolutely insane. Like, what the fuck are we doing in our lives at this point? Like, Jesus. So, Seal of Righteousness is making all the other seals look like baby pussy seals. Especially since she also times 2 procs effects. So times 2 proc drag chili.
So now gain additional effect. Crusader Strike now refreshes all judgment effect active on the target in 30 second range. Okay, cool. When it feels needed, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's useless. And here in the chat, Seal of Martyrdom can now twist with other seals, including Seal of Command.
In range.
guys think about it in the comments. Personally, for me, I'm in the middle. This is really fun, but at the same time,
Do this. Alright, Savix will hit you up. I think it would have been better. It's like I'm really fast. If. It's worse. It's. Or some other crit. Pause your next. Seal past. Alright. I'm in the way. That.
you need add-ons, and it's very niche. It was a bug in Classic WoW, but since Ret Paladin had no button, Ret Paladins played around this in Classic WoW. For Season of Mastery, I don't know if this was. I know a lot of Ret Paladins like.
Yeah, they've been asking for it.
It's gonna be too strong. We'll see how it is.
What? Too strong? Okay, for PvP, maybe. Too strong is nebulous, right? Because you can't DPS if you're dead. Then again, I told you guys specifically how to kill people with a paladin in PvP and not die. So kind of like, this seal twisting ability is coming at the opportunity cost of Divine Storm, and I think that opportunity cost loss is absolutely massive. So I don't think it's going to be anywhere near as good as they think it's going to be. I do think, however, it's going to be very good for a time on target paladin playstyle. But time on target paladin has to give up all kinds of things. That give up like favorite right and stuff. I think it's going to be. Honestly, off the top of my head, I would say it's balanced. Being able to seal twist martyrdom makes it balanced. Meaning, if I'm watching a paladin, a deep ret paladin, or specifically a deep ret paladin or a holy paladin running around in PvP with seal martyrdom, and doing the whole seal twisting shenanigans, I'm not going to think he's doing anything better or worse than Divine Storming.
That spell is ready.
Essentially.
I can't cast it yet.
Now, just keep in mind that you could always seal twist, seal of command, and seal of righteousness. Downside to using seal of command and seal of righteousness together was that seal of righteousness needed to scale up spell power, and she also needed, she could not critically hit. The fact that you're making her critically hit and you've given Paladin's Sheep of Light, very, very quickly you can see that you don't even want to take seal of martyrdom anymore. You're just like, bam, bam, taking that. Like the elephant in the room here is seal of righteousness can now critically hit, right? So it's like, why the hell am I not taking Divine Storm and seal twisting command with seal of righteousness? Is that not the thing that I'm doing? So, overpowered. I wanted to be smoking here. You ran over the overpowered thing already. Yeah. Maybe he's talking to me.
I wish they did something with other goons or maybe buff Divine Storm, because I like Divine Storm. Divine Storm is just dead right now, right? But yeah, we're gonna have to just twist now. Also, one more thing about this. How we play with fast weapons so we could get a lot of.
Yeah, he's not giving any context here. Talking to here, we're talking about you, we're talking about. Yeah. They're gonna weapon speed thing. The weapon speed thing hurts my brain. Again, it's like if I want to twist Seal of Martyrdom, using Seal of Martyrdom, I want to use the fastest two-item weapon possible, which means that I'm going to be, if I'm twisting anything, it's going to be Seal of Righteousness. Seal of Righteousness, unlike Seal of Command, doesn't give a crap about my weapon speed. She wants to, she's like fast, slow, I don't care, I'm going to do it. So the fact that it crits now is just the way where it's at. So it's just so weird.
Complex system. However, if we're twisting, we need a slower weapon for a chance to proc more seal, because the slower the weapon, the bigger chance to proc, right? I don't know how this plays out is gonna be. In my head, I I think I will use the crop pummeler, and after that duration, I'll probably swap to a slower weapon, and then just seal swap, so that I get the benefit from swap into spam exorcism, and after that I can just play with the slow weapon and seal twist, and see if that works. Probably gonna do that, because spamming exorcism and twisting, I feel like we're not gonna press any other button. I mean, it's kind of like that with exorcism right now, right? Yeah, this is gonna be very powerful. If you played back in the day, or you've done TBC Arena, and you twisted, if you're watching from YouTube, I'll probably put like a little replay of my Paladin blasting people in TBC. It's very strong. Wind Fury and Twist, you're gonna clap people. Especially in PvP, this is gonna be deadly. And with that being said, let's check it out, boys.
Now, my take on it is that it's gonna suck, and you're probably better off using fast dramatic weapon with Seal of Martyrdom and twisting anything. You're twisting Seal of Martyrdom. You know, that's my assessment of something. Let's see what we got. Miracle testing can often prove me to be wrong.
It's live?
I'm gonna Seal of Martyrdom there.
Wait, is the Seal Twist live right now?
This doesn't look like it.
Because it's not looking like it.
With the reckoning card.
Wait. Is this live right now?
It's feel really good.
I guess that is it right there.
It's sad.
Is that it? There's no way. Heal up quick. Oh, let me just kill you.
He was a hunter.
Nowhere near what I thought it would do. What? Where's the numbers? What's the numbers, Chef? I've done both. Because I was like, am I doing this wrong? And I tried command to martyrdom. Okay, that looked a little. Oh, okay.
Oh no.
And then this is martyrdom.
Despite the outcome.
Up to command, okay?
Nothing there.
Oh, okay. It's coming out now, chat. If we have Wind Fury and Wizard Oil, it'll be even cool. Let me get a Wizard Oil. This is so expensive, but for science, I shall buy it, chat. For science. Chat, ready? Shall buy it, chat. For science.
And we get 7 likes.
And it's a
Shadow Oil.
Alright, for science, I shall buy it, chat. For science.
No shot.
Here we go, chat. Ready? I'm gonna do the biggest damage right here. It's gonna be a stun into Seal Swap into a Judgment, okay? It's gonna be a... Ready? Okay, one more time.
Red's still the charge. I can't cast that yet.
Oh my god. This is not what I expected. I was expecting... We're about to go for real season mode. Watch, I'm gonna hodge. Hodging because we get more damage. The command. On a stun target, we get more damage, right? 8 second chat. That's the biggest damage you're ever gonna see in your whole life right here, okay? Chat.
Might do 40% life if he's coming in.
Oh my goodness!
Might do 40%.
Man, on a stun target, we Dude. Okay, well, then, okay? I shall buy
For science.
I shall buy it.
Nothing there.
Command to martyrdom? It's a number, chat. I've done both. Because I was like, am I doing this wrong? And I tried command to martyrdom. Okay, that looked a little. Oh, okay.
Oh, no, well,
And then this is martyrdom to command, okay?
nothing there.
Oh, okay. It's coming out now, chat. If we have Wind Fury and Wizard Oil, it'll be even cool. Let me get a Wizard Oil. This is so expensive, but for science, I shall buy it, chat. For science. Chat, ready? Shall buy it, chat. For science.
And we get 7 likes for science.
Wizard Oils. This is
Shadow oil.
for science, I shall buy it, chat.
Wizard oil.
For science.
The hell is wizard
There we go, chat. Ready? I'm gonna do the biggest damage right here. It's gonna be a stun into Steel Swap into a Judgment, okay? It's gonna be a... Ready?
Okay, one more time.
Didn't have
Alright, here we go.
Oh my god. This is not what I expected. I was expecting... Let's go for real seats though. 장난아, Hodge? Hodging? Because we get more damage with command. On a stun target, we do more damage, right? 8 second chat. That's the biggest damage you're ever gonna see in your whole life right here, okay? Chat.
might do 40% life. It's not
Oh my goodness! Dude, this is what? What's going on?
awesome.
Yo. See ya? It's working, right? This feel so sad. I see how this little boy, okay. Yeah, I know they have the aura. Even though I want to see at least like, you know, a little bit of number. Playing Seal Twitch chat. I'm just gonna spam exorcism in the boss fight.
Yep.
I've tried doing it like this. Yo, here we go. Ready, chat? Oh my. Okay, that one was kind of hot. That was hot right there.
Already? Go back. No, we can't tell.
Yeah.
Zoom in. Can't tell.
Here we go. Ready, chat?
Watch the fights.
Isn't ready.
Okay, so let's just
That's still charging.
it's not the big number and the aura to make us do less damage. I just want to see like, you know, the numbers. 100, but we cannot do it in dualistic.
I need to get this.
Alright, here we go, chat. There's no reason to twist.
It's too far away. That spell isn't ready.
after I use Spell Pummeler, actually, maybe a PvE
That
is
spell isn't ready. That's still recharging.
right. Listen.
That spell
Why are they dodging so much? Alright, here we go.
And you should not have Crusader Strike. You should have Hand of Reckoning, but Lowest has Crusader Strike. He's not playing right. Okay, Tyler Time says you suck. So be advised.
RNG, you can make it look insane.
Right.
But I'm just kind of giving you guys the raw footage right now. And from the looks of it, people are dodging it so much. And I don't want to bank on that. We just have so many other buttons to press. That's about you have nothing to press, so you have to press the twist. But we just have so much other options. I think twisting at the start of the fight is really good. You just have one seal. Just start attacks.
That's still that spell. I can't cast that.
It had like 4,500 HP. I'm not even joking. And then if the battleground buff is still active, where it's getting like 30% more HP. Actually, I can probably see that. Let me double check here. Let's read. Yeah, here, let me. Wow. Okay. Yeah, definitely. What's our calculator? 2807 times.
It's too far away. That spell.
His bomb should say
I can't.
top of this.
Isn't ready.
So you should have somewhere 6,000.
That's still recharging.
Hopefully what's happening is, because you took Crusader Strike off your bars, you now have more free GCDs to do the seal twisting shenanigans. What's better is now our board sounds like it's
That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. That's still recharging. I can't cast that. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
You can't have both. You can't have both.
I need to get
and our board at the same time. You need to take some kind of.
That's still recharging.
Seal twisting stuff that is simply available to us. It's probably
I can't cast that. That's still recharging.
As your primary GCD, sir.
I'm
It's
out of
when
range.
you start factoring in cleanse. I'm sure you guys notice rotation, and then you could seal. Oh,
At least from how I'm seeing it. I'm gonna play normal, dude. F the twist chat. Twist.
It's too far away. That's still
Divine sword
recharging.
back. No, divine sword is back.
That's
Run.
still recharging.
See how he wants to cleanse? Right? Just cleanse, but he can't because he's ready.
That spell.
Using DPS
Run.
That spell. That's still recharging.
show it to me after there's the dead.
I can't
Where's my seal? I'm looking up here, there's no seal. What the fuck is your seal? Okay, there's command. You're fucking it up. You fucking this up.
Bring it back.
Okay. So
Here we go. Now
he
we
got
know.
hurt,
Ready?
right? That's what happened?
That shaman right there, I'm gonna make him roll a pet.
Okay, I'm looking at his he's got command.
That's still recharging. I can't cast that. That spell isn't ready yet.
He decides. Did he say so that vindication is from him judging command on the target, but he's fucking it up. So there's no seal of righteousness twist here. What the fuck are we doing? He should have cleansed
That shaman
instead
right
of
there,
what? Extra broke overnight.
I'm gonna make him
Okay, you should cleanse. GCD right now is cleanse. Okay. Oh, I'm walking to the target. I'm wasting time. Let's just judge into him and completely miss our SOR quest. What the fuck are you? Holy crap. I'll just wait patiently. Oh, he's got a sacred shield on him. He's got a pocket. Oh, he's dead. Yeah, of course. Of course. Alright, Savix. Wait. Dude. Nothing. Okay. Alright, well. So I didn't even get to see Seal of Righteousness. It crit is plus 50% for times 2. It's just, was sad. I want to see what hit him to kill him. Because again, I'm not actually playing phase 3. I want to see how much damage that was. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. No idea.
now we are. The shaman right there, I'm gonna.
Okay, 300. That's a frost.
I need to get close to
roll back.
that spell isn't ready.
Fire. And this is how your brain works in PvP, right? Like I see a wrath hitting me in the ass, I immediately know there's a fire and a star surge behind it. Just a bird. Definitely see the star surge incoming. The star surge comes down, he catches the pocket heal. Surge
Noob.
comes down and says, I would like to have a word. Oh. Dead.
You new bitch. Oh shit.
Anyways,
Can you get good? Which color is yours?
Purple. I'm the number one DPS. Noob.
So, Christmas came early this year, apparently. This is something I've been searching for in Season of Discovery. I've been specifically not making Paladin PvP guide videos because I wanted to satisfy a curiosity. Specifically, I wanted to
Your game is too loud.
Is it really? Shouldn't be.
Yeah. But also might be late for you.
It's super late for me.
So your voice is a little softer than usual.
Yeah. Probably.
What's BRD?
Black Rock Depths is the dungeon.
It's too far away. I can't cancel it yet. I can't cancel it yet.
Wow, you gonna give the lead to the white one? Typical Kappa.
Mm-hmm. I gotta turn this in. Enter Black Rock Depths, use the Black Rock Depths dungeon guide. I don't know if I'm gonna find a BRD guide, BRD this late.
Always choosing the white people LUL.
He looks like a gnome wearing the red wizard hat. He walks on the bar. Gazar Tavern area. If I can find a group, I'll fucking do it, but if not, I'm just gonna go to bed.
I supply only the finest goods.
Probably want to keep this shit. Doesn't even seem good to keep.
Safe travels.
That's still recharging.
Oh man, dude. So fucking annoying, bro. All right.
The finest goods. See you later.
Need bigger bags. This is such an annoying ass fucking rune to get. What is my Mara thing? There we go.
Where would you like to fly
I
to?
don't even fucking remember what's the fastest way to get there. I think I did get the flight path, didn't I? Pretty sure I did. So I need to fly here. Or to be faster to fly. I guess it'd be faster to fly here.
Your next
I doubt anyone is even fucking doing BRD. Oh, wait, looking for group BRD. Yo, I'll start a group. Looking for 3 members. BRD. Actually, I really have to take a shit. Oh, I got shit so bad.
say, I love Tucker. He's a great guy. It's Tucker's defense here, but it gets a little bit more interesting here in a second. He's a good guy. He's also bitterly embattled and has been for a long time, and I think that can make you more aggressive.
I'm going to bed. I feel like shit.
And in that regard,